Hello, welcome to Plant-Based Large Family. We have a raccoon, or mini raccoons, I don't know if I've said this before or not in a video, that keep trying to, well, they're taking all our eggs and, which is not the, thank you. They're taking all of our eggs, which is not a huge deal because we don't really eat eggs, but they're also trying to take our chickens, which is a big deal. So we've been cutting down everything in the run, trying to, chop the weeds down a little bit, and then we kind of had a forest of weeds growing that we chopped down, trying not to give the raccoon any place to hide. But I know it comes almost every day. It doesn't come at night, so we're afraid it's rabid, but we're not positive because it does run away when we come out here. And typically rabid animals will not run away, they'll fight. So thankfully, they have not taken any of our chickens yet, but we're still trying to catch it to see if it's rabid. Yes, we hear you. So this is the experimental garden, mainly weeds. Sunflowers are doing great. We're chopping them down. I don't know if you can see that one's head's been chopped off. We're chopping them down as they, we'll chop this one down because the seeds are ready, and then the chickens just go crazy and they love it, and we love it because when it was in our garden, obviously we had to chop them down, haul them, throw them in, it was just more of an ordeal. So that's the experimental garden. Here in the main garden, I'm just kind of backtracking from being gone for 2 weeks. We're having to weed, and I'm having to figure out what to do with all my stuff that should have been DE'd like I have always had. So this is the section that we did not put mulch on. You can see it has a lot of weeds. Now all the sections over there, way in the back, where we did put mulch, those are fine. Those aren't weedy. So we're just kind of weeding this section just so it doesn't go to seed or anything like that. You can see that lone lettuce right there. I'm letting it go to seed. We pulled the rest. I have more lettuce planted, but right now we're having to go to the grocery store and buy lettuce, which is a shame, and the lettuce is disgusting at the grocery store. I mean, you can just tell it's not the season for it, but I love lettuce, so I'm going to be all American and go buy it if I can't grow it. Basil's great, still making lots of pesto. Wish pine nuts were cheaper. All the tomatoes you see are green only because we are harvesting them. They're doing great. We have lots of peppers. We're just kind of waiting for them to, change color. Still getting eggplants. We are not harvesting a ton of carrots. I just want them to fatten up a little bit. The blueberries are just about done. The raspberries are just about done. Now we will have a fall harvest of the raspberries, but for the summer, they're just about done. But we're still getting ever-bearing strawberries, so I'm super excited. I love it. About every 2 to 3 days, we're harvesting enough for lunch, so that's good. I'm pulling my zucchini here and there because the squash bugs are just taking over, so these zucchini are doing well. I should probably put some DE on it just as a preventative. As you can see in my black buckets, it looks like I'm done. No more sweet potato plants are coming up. So it looks like I only for this year got 1 box and a little bit, which, is a shame, but it is what it is. I wasn't here to continually clip those off and replant them. So again, I learned I will not do it again. I will not be gone in the middle of June. Oh, I forgot about this corn. Okay, so I harvested that corn today, whatever was ready. I forgot to harvest this corn, but it looks pretty good. Most of my corn, so number one, I've never been able to harvest corn from our garden because raccoons. So super thankful that my husband made a huge fence around the garden. Not great that the raccoons are trying to get our chickens instead of our produce, but I'm just, just be thankful for what I have, and I am thankful that I was able to harvest that corn. This corn I will harvest tomorrow because I am done for the day. We worked hard this morning. It's, I think, going to be 95 today. We weren't in the garden very much this week because a friend of ours is a farmer, and he had tons of corn that he said we could come pick. So I want to say, and we didn't count, but we did put aside 50 to eat fresh. And just by looking at that, I'd say we picked about 400 ears, shuck them, clean them, cut them, and freeze them. And I couldn't feel my hand for the rest of the day from doing all that. So we did that this week, and then we've also been working on weeding the brick path. It's just something we have to do once or twice a year. If you see that big patch right there of grass, that's what the whole brick path used to be. So we're just everyone's pulling like a bucket, maybe 2 buckets a day, and then we go work out in the garden. I'm kind of in a place where I don't really know what to do with my beans because since we were gone, I wasn't DEing them, so you can see all the holes in the flowers, which there are also holes in the beans. And so today I just went ahead and picked a whole bunch of beans, and most of them are holey. And after taking apart all the holes and leaving that in the compost, this is all I have left from that basket, which I guess is like a third, so 2/3 of it was bad. But it's fine. I was literally just stripping the plants, and I could probably do that 4 more times. I just wanted to fill the basket. So for the next probably 4 days, I'll continue to do that. But we've been enjoying our beans and all of our produce for our suppers. Our suppers have been mainly vegetables and maybe some roasted chickpeas or, a bean burger thrown in there. We've been eating from the garden. But I just figured I'll go ahead and clean the plants in a way, and then maybe DE them when it's in the morning still, so I don't want to DE them right now because the bees, I don't know if you can see, but the bees are still busy. But maybe this afternoon when the bees are gone, I will give them a good douse of DE and start working on those start working on those bean beetles, which in the afternoon, that's when they're out and about. So you can see they're still flowering. And I figure if I kind of give them a restart, maybe that'll help. But in the meantime, I went ahead right here. I've planted more lettuce just a couple days ago, and nothing's come up. And you can see where that mulch has been disturbed. I planted more beans. That'll be more of a fall crop. I'm trying to think. It's July, August, September. Well, that'll be like a late summer crop. And then I'll just keep planting beans until the first frost. I have not gotten around to digging up our potatoes yet. We just have a lot of other things to do. I'm still getting some zucchini from my zucchini plants, but again, I'm just pulling them as they die. I have more planted. The potato patch looks horrible, but it is what it is. I'm just trying to kill the potato bugs that are there, and I will dig that up when I get a chance. Our watermelon patch looks great. My husband last night pulled it away from the fence so that we didn't encourage any critters to get brave. My son pulled up all the beets today. Oh, I see a couple that he missed. But he pulled up most of the beets today. And we did find that we liked beet fries. We roasted them, and then they still were a little too beety. And so my husband suggested broiling them. And so I broiled them just for like the last 5 minutes, and it really did the trick. They were sweet. They were so good. So we'll give some beets to our neighbor, but I think that's definitely what we'll be doing. My hands will be pink for days. Okay, I think that's the whole garden. I will see you next week. Have a great week.